Good day, my friend. I want to start today's exercise by reminding you of a reality that we have to deal with every single day for reasons that we may or may not understand, but we need your help. We need your help specifically by your subscriptions and by your liking of the videos and your subscribing to the channel and hitting that little marker, that little alarm. I am seeing right now, you must understand something. As you know, we have been demonetized for years, and we have no idea why. No idea. They never said, you said this. You talked about this subject. You brought up this. You were warned. You have a strike. Nothing. Just, and we were told that we were somehow dangerous. Okay, fine. So we have looked to you for your support. We have the private channel where I really plumb the depths of this. But every single day I'm noticing right now it goes from lower and lower and lower, and it's systematic. And I know for a fact, this channel has been, everything grows. We have been together for years, and the trajectory goes up. People don't, channels, I'm sorry, and I know people don't want to hear this, but channels don't lose people. They grow people. Every channel, no matter what, more people watch it. If you put a channel about lint sculpture, people who go to a dryer and scoop out the lint trap and make sculptures out of that, if that was your channel, lint sculpting, the numbers will go up. Guaranteed. By virtue of the fact that somebody will say, that's interesting, or they just do. And then what happens is they'll purge. They'll say, what happened? Oh, we were getting rid of a lot of bots. Bots? Yes. For lint sculpting? Oh, yeah. Well, can we keep them? Oh, no. You don't want bots. We don't? No. Okay. And in a year, the lint sculpting channel grows. It just is a matter of fact. We're being told, no, people aren't. What? We have more people watching. We have more views, more whatever than you can imagine. So I need from you a commitment more than ever to subscriptions. Tell your friends, let's put this to the test. We need subscriptions. I want to see this move. Just now, as I said that to you, we dropped one. Now, are you buying this? I'm not. With all of the talk that's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter, that's over there. This is a different story. So I don't want to belabor the point, but I'm just telling you right now, we have, for whatever reason, maybe somewhere in some safe or something, somebody said, this guy is never going to grow. It's not going to happen. I don't want that to be true. I want to be mistaken, but in order to put that to a test, we need you. I'm sorry. I don't want to start off with that, but it's true. And it's happening because, unfortunately, every group, every industry has its metrics. Everybody, whether you're McDonald's, over 12 billion sold or whatever it is. And that's the way that is. So I need your help, and I need your subscriptions, and I need you to tell people, and I need you to like this. We just need to use the system in place and to make any theoretical attempts at quashing our growth to derail those attempts, if indeed they exist. All right. That being said, I'm going to try again to ask a question and specifically take it from a different point of view. Why is Elon Musk paring down and removing the employee roles of Twitter? Why is this being met with by so many people at so many levels? From tweets and memes to people taking a delight in Twitter employees losing their jobs. Now let me say something. Let me just say, I don't understand this one. Are you saying everybody who works for Twitter is a bad person? Is that what we're saying? That everyone who works there, everyone who goes in with their time, is somehow some anti-free speech, whatever? Do you believe this? Is that truly what you believe? I don't. Why are we focusing with such delight at a social media platform of this Elon Musk who comes in and now is going to have to raise, because there's $700 million, because of his debt service is going to be through the roof? Why are we discussing such incredibly complicated issues regarding AOC and her balking at the $8 per month a special Twitter check? Why? We have a midterms coming Tuesday. Do you recognize this? Tuesday. Why? Why is this? Do you think this is a move for free speech? Do you believe that? Do you think, and I've got to be just ask you, maybe this enrages people, I don't know. Do you think Twitter being allowed or loosening the reins of free speech is going to somehow inure to the rest of us, to our benefit? Do you think there is free speech? I don't want to be cute about this. What do you think this means? What is this free speech we're talking about? What? Do you think you're free to say whatever you want? Really? Since when? Now let me also tell you something that's happening. And I did a private, another YouTube video on this, which I thought was very good. Very good. And it says that by all practical accounts, it seems that Mr. Trump is going to be announcing in 2024. Everybody from the New York Times, BBC, but you name it. November the 14th is the date that they say. And it also looks like Mr. Tim Scott, is going to be the running mate. A fine man, right? Okay, you got that one? Now, this is the piece. Is anybody interested in talking about this? No. Is anybody interested in really saying, do you want to talk about strategy? No. Do you know what low-hanging fruit is? When you go out and you want to discuss things, what is it that people want? Let me give you an example. I had a friend of mine who owned a churrascaria, a radicchio. And they were very big. These Brazilian, during my meat-eating days, I love that. You go in, and they have the green and the red little coaster you turn up and down, and that signals, hey, more meat. And you got to know how to work it, because you want the meat that comes first. That's the good stuff. This first stuff, ham, what is this? But when you walked in, what do they show you? They have a salad bar. And people cannot get away from a salad bar. They would have the most incredible ice sculptures, and they would have all of these incredibly this sculpted fruit, and I'd say, stay away from the salad bar. No, no. I sound like Jessica Starr. No. Sit down. They're distracting you. They're giving you salad. You came for, this is a Brazilian steakhouse. What are you doing? That's the way the news is. Do you want to talk about 4, 5, 6 step ahead chess? 4D chess, as we used to say? Or do you want to talk about Fetterman? Want to laugh at Fetterman? Or you want to talk about some deeper stuff? You want to do that? No, let's just laugh at Fetterman. Okay, good. Do you want to talk about Twitter? Or you want to talk about midterms? Oh, Twitter. Oh, yeah. That's easy. I like that guy. Why? I don't know. I just do. Okay. Do you want the salad bar? Oh, yes. Don't you want to wait a little bit? No. I like this. Ooh, this is right in front of us right now, and it's pretty colors, and look, chickpeas. I've never seen it before. That's the way people are. That's the way people are. Now, the Elon Musk thing is so good and so fantastic a story. It is so unbelievable. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe about him. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I don't know why. Do you think that he is SpaceX? This guy? Do you believe this? I'm sure he did. I'm waiting a little bit on that one. Twitter? Okay. And do you think that somehow if Trump ever came back to Twitter, or that if Babylon B enjoys an unfettered whatever, do you think? You do, don't you? I've heard people say this is the greatest thing for free. Why this is so important? Why? Do you think that? Do you really think that? I don't think that's important right now. The midterms are important. And let me tell you what's going to happen. And I hope this doesn't violate anything, because I don't know if it's dangerous or not, because it's not what anybody's talking about. It's not. It simply is not. But I want to tell you, as somebody who has been watching this forever, and I've seen this before, and I know how this happens, and I know the stories. But right before this, I want to tell you something. My dear friend, that's right, you. The world, we don't talk about the world anymore. We're talking more about just now, this, and Tuesday, and this, and crime. It's very important. But there's a lot of plates spinning. And the world gets more dangerous with every passing day. It is time for you to look at your family. Look at them. And ask yourself, are you prepared for severe food shortages that are ahead? That's why My Patriot Supply is going that extra mile to make their emergency food as affordable as is possible. How are they doing that? They're taking $250 off their 3-month emergency food kit, which is the minimum your family should have. This kit provides delicious, easy to make breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks for one person for 3 solid months. Get one for each member of your family while you're able to save $250 during this timely sale, which ends soon, so act now. Remember, My Patriot Supply is the nation's largest preparedness company with millions of families already protected. These 3-month food kits are in stock and ready to go. Your order ships fast and free and arrives in an unmarked box and boxes for your privacy. So go to preparewithlionel.com. That's preparewithlionel.com. For those who know what's coming, they're using today to prepare. Are you? Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. Okay. Are you ready for this? I just did a brand new brand new video on my private channel. It drops at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. But let me give you kind of an overview of it, okay? Kind of an overview. Let's assume we are playing chess. And here are our chess pieces, okay? Or checkers. Maybe we're playing checkers, okay? Maybe we're doing that. Okay. First, what happens? Midterms. Midterms are coming. What's going to happen there? Republican blowout. Boom. Then what? What do you mean? What are the Republicans going to do once they've won? They're going to gloat. Okay. What else? What are they going to do? What are you going to notice first? Are you going to notice something? Are they going to say, now we're going to implement that which we need to do? We're going to go through with investigations. We're going to take, McCarthy's going to be the Speaker of the House. This and that. Maybe they take the Senate. Who knows? Who knows? Will they immediately do something and pass legislation, or will they do nothing? I'll ask the questions as though I don't know the answer. Are they going to do something? Are they going to run up? Remember this shot. They're going to run up the steps of Congress, both houses. And by the way, please go see Congress. Go there. This is your house. Supreme Court's right across the street. There it is. Just go and see it. See for yourself. I don't know if you can go. You can actually go into your representative's office. I don't know if they've lifted this. I think after the COVID, they cut back on that. But prior to that, you could just walk right in there and say, I want to speak to somebody about it. I'm your constituent. So they're going to run up the steps as they did. Newt Gingrich did. Remember, Contract with America? We're going to run up the stairs, and the people have spoken. Okay. What are most people going to do then? Simple. Are they going to read? No. They're going to go, those people that I know are going to do one of two things. The folks who are conservatives are going to go to Fox News to see what Fox News is. That's the extent of anything they read. That's it. They don't read anything. They Fox News or foxnews.com. Maybe, but it's Fox News. Well, I've got it on Fox News. Okay. And then they've got it on CNN most probably. CNN, despite what people are saying and despite you heard this one individual who was released from her duties, her contract not extended. And Mr. Carlson, Mr. Tucker Carlson, is being credited with her demise. That's MSDNC, or MSNBC rather, excuse me. So that's that. But that's the way it is. The people that we know, in fact, most of you, and most people listening to this, most people paying attention, their news is for the Republicans, it's Fox News. For Democrats and others, it's CNN. That's it. CNN's going to say, well, what are you going to do? Fox News, gloating, we did it. Here's what you're going to see. Not only did they do it, they're going to talk about this surprise race. Now, the Oz Fetterman one, we'll talk about that in a moment. They're going to say, we did it because we're right. We're right, we're righteous, we're God-fearing, we're American, we believe in the Constitution, we believe in what's right. We're right because we're right. We are right because we are good. They are bad. Okay? This is very interesting. In the old days, between conservatives and liberals, and please forgive me, I'm just going to use these terms merely for shorthand. Liberals would say things like this. We're smarter than the Republicans. The Republicans are kind of backwards. They're corn-pone. They don't believe in science. They're not very smart. We've got Carl Sagan. They've got Charlton Heston. They're into flags and guns and Davy Crockett and all that stuff. But we're into all of the music, all of the people in Hollywood, all of the cool people, all the beautiful people, everybody. That's us. We're into, not only that, we're into spirit, and we're into music, and we're just so good. They, different story. They're just, Now, stop right there. The right would say, let me tell you who they are. Look at our symbols. What do we have? The flag, the Bible, God, Second Amendment, guns, self-protection, the family. What do they have? The peace sign, the dove, abortion, that kind of thing. And they've been fighting in this perception back and forth for forever, as long as I can remember. Hippies, John Wayne, country club. Listen to the story of Muscle Shoals, and listen how people like Steve Cropper and all these guys met Dwayne Allman. And Dwayne Allman, especially when Wilson Pickett, Dwayne Allman had more of a problem with having long hair than Wilson Pickett had in Alabama for being black. This goes way back. Khakis and Weegians and button-downs over here. And believe me, that was then. So that's what's going to happen Tuesday. Are there going to be a series of pieces of legislation? Or are they just going to start to sort of maybe just go back to name calling? I don't know. Now here's what's happening. As we speak, and by the way, Elon Musk is over here. Elon Musk is, this is going on. Look, everybody, it's the salad bar. Elon Musk. Okay, all right. I'll kind of keep an eye on that. What are they going to do next? What's he saying? People just love this guy. They love him or hate him or whatever it is, but it's the salad bar. It's just. But here's what's interesting. Oh, friends, yes. Well, here's a little bit of a hint. Hakeem Jeffries and others are meeting with Clyburn about selecting the new Speaker of the House. Anybody? Anybody interested in that? Do you think that's going to fool or confuse Nancy Pelosi? Do you think Nancy Pelosi said, I'm 82 years old, I did my duty, I know what I did? Oh, and by the way, when everybody should have been talking about midterms, what were you talking about? Paul Pelosi. Still going through it. Still. 3 days away, midterms. Biggest one probably ever. And they're saying, now, did you notice that when the police said that when they came in, he was talking to the paper? Oh, that's weird. And a neighbor said that they had all kinds of surveillance, and it was so, the computer traffic was so great that it would actually jam our computers here. Really? Yes. You got Elon Musk over here. You got Paul Pelosi over here. And over here, which is the important story, you've got midterms. This is salad bar stuff. I'm sitting here with my green, the green coaster. Excuse me. I'm over here. That's what I'm going to watch. Now, do you think that Nancy Pelosi knows what's going on here? I mean, that she's surprised? Of course not. Do you know what's going to happen? And listen to this. Try as you may. Do you know what's going to happen to the core, to the Democratic base after Tuesday? What's going to happen to them versus what's going to happen to the Republicans? Let's talk about motivation. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to go on? What's going to happen to the new configured Democratic Party? The what? The Democratic Party. Remember when AOC and the Bernie contingent, AOC and the squad, You allow no more and Rashida Tlaib and Ayanna Pressley and others and Bernie and, not so much Adam Schiff and others, but, that's that group. Maybe not even the Nadlers, but this new contingent, the new wave. That's what I've got my money on. That's what I know the Nadlers have. I know the Steny Hoyer and Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. But that's over with. And they were the ones standing in front of the onslaught of the AOC brigade. And you were mocking her. You were laughing at her. Why? Well, this little kind of a lover spat between her and Elon Musk. You know what that's about. Would you be surprised? Would you be surprised? I have no information on this, but would you be surprised if somehow they had, dare I say, hooked up? By the way, folks, the likes, 130. I just dropped another subscriber. I'm telling you, I watch this. I see this. You can't believe what's happening. You just have to see it. Anyway. So, what's going to happen? Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to see a new, invigorated Democratic Party, the likes of which you have never seen. Because up till now, the person who has been standing in the way of this has been Nancy Pelosi and more of the traditional Democrats. And for the longest time, they looked at AOC, and AOC was kind of like a problem, an extreme problem, sort of a, maybe she'll just go away kind of a problem. Maybe we can just kind of, because Nancy Pelosi that's Hillary Clinton, that's prototypical standard Democrat, so aligned almost with Republican that it's almost like two sides of the same coin, almost that sort of thing, the whole paradigm. So what's going to be, you're going to see something there. Now, as we said, and as I said in my one video, and others are saying too, enter Trump in 2024. What happens then? What happens to the motivation? What happens to the spirit of the Democratic Party? What happens to the legislation? What happens to Trump? Who would possibly stop Trump? Who in the Republican Party, after all of this, could stop him if he indeed, and everybody, like I said, from the New York Times to Axios to Reuters to the BBC, everybody is going to run. November the 14th probably is the day. And who do you think would be running against him? Now, what I would do is, if I were the Democratic Party, I'd pick Gavin Newsom 100% because I think he attracts both the more traditional Democrats and also the newer breed, and he can speak the language. Because you've always had the Bernie contingent that has been sitting back and just kind of ignored by a lot of folks, and that's a very critical thing to see. It's a very, very critical thing. That's coming up. That is so exciting. And if you think, remember, everything that we are going through right now, this iteration of America right now, really started January the 20th, 2021. All of this. And this is without Trump. This is just Joe Biden, just with, not always, but a Republican, a Democratic House, and a split Senate. Wait till you see what happens. Forget about the filibuster. Forget about that. Forget about, Washington being the 51st state. Forget about packing the court. Okay, fine. What do you think is going to happen to this newly energized Democratic Party? And when Trump enters the fray, remember, since January 2021, this is without Trump. Put Trump in the mix now. So what's going to happen with the Democratic Party? And what are the Republicans going to do? How are they going to respond? Is there going to be unity? Is there going to be a consolidation of effort? Are they going to say, we're going to get behind our man? Or are they going to be, as usual, clueless, devoid of anything even remotely indicative of a plan? Do they talk a good game as usual? Oh, they're great at that. Jim Jordan, one of the best. Even during, remember, 2 impeachments, he was great. Did they stop it? Of course not. But he was great to go. Oh, he was after great. Rand Paul was great about Fauci. You going to see Fauci anytime soon? I don't know. We'll see. But the Republicans, they just go on TV. Why? They go on Fox News. That's it. That's it. The Republican Party exists for Fox News. Fox News is the Congress, not the Congress. Fox News. That's it. It's all they want. It's all they want. That's where they get their money. That's where they get their constituents. That's it. It is a phenomenon the likes of which nobody's ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. You have never seen an invigorated party like you will see the Democrats after Tuesday. Believe me. And watch what happens. But in the meantime, you are going to be asked to watch Elon Musk. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe Fetterman. That's going to be worth the price of admission right there. Even at the last minute, there's also something, and I talked about this in my private channel, an internecine battle between Oprah. And now when you say this, people immediately go crazy. Oprah has always been a very, very critical part of this in the Hollywood contingent of Democratic politics. She was always a force to be reckoned with. Something happened after the Harry and Meghan thing. And I talk about that on my private channel. But keep an eye on this. But when you talk about Oprah, just like because politics today, for the most part, is all low-hanging fruit, salad bar stuff. It's just this, Oprah. People don't want to go that crazy about Meghan. AOC. AOC is upset over the $8. Oh, is that it? Okay. The Paul Pelosi, just remember when Nancy Pelosi tore up the State of the Union? I mean, it was just. Now, I know nobody wants to hear me, but I'm going to tell you. If I advised the Democratic Party, if I advise them, and listen to me because you can take this one of two ways. You could take this as me advising them or the Republicans listening to me to counter it. They are going to, as we speak, this group is in maybe 10, 25-year increments. Hakeem Jeffries is going to be probably the new, there's going to be a new phalanx, a new group in the Democratic Party that is going to say, we lost, not because our plans didn't work, not because our programs didn't work, but we lost because we weren't strong enough. We were milquetoast. We didn't do it enough. We have abandoned our cause of sustainability, being carbon neutral by 2030, whatever. Climate change, social justice warfare, restorative justice. We have abandoned all this crime talk. We have abandoned the notion of restorative justice. And it just goes on. We can go into and you can talk about trans rights and LGBT rights and human rights. And we weren't strong enough. We gave in. We were milk. You're going to see this. And all they have to do to remind themselves is turn and see Trump. And that's it. And you will see people who are Democrats, who might have been, well, I don't know if Biden, because you've heard this. Haven't you heard this? Well, there's some polling that shows that maybe Biden is not as popular with others. You put Trump into this, and you are going to see an energized core, an energized base that will make Jessica Starr and look like a walk in the park. And the Republicans are not going to be able to handle that. So just wait. The pendulum, we always must move. It's important, it's critical. Everybody needs it to move. But sometimes the pendulum comes back like a wrecking ball. And watch what happens. And I'm telling you, when you talk to people, whether it's the CNN crowd, whether it's the Fox News crowd, they only talk about that which they hope to be true. They do not ever strategize. They never think of turnout. They never think of, well, what could go wrong, and this and that. This is our weakness. No. We're right, they're wrong. That's it. In fact, it's so interesting. The number of people on the Republican Congress, which is Fox News, spend more time talking about CNN and MSNBC than you can imagine. Joy Reid gets more time on Fox than she does on CNN or whatever she's on. Because it's personal. It's low-hanging fruit. It's salad bar. That's the level of our politics. The real stuff, the real insight, the people who are really good, the guys who just kind of bore them, is little Karl Rove, who says what happened at the end of 2020 versus now versus the future versus census. All of those issues, which we have not been able to follow because they weren't sexy enough. Border, crime, education, children, family, blah, blah, blah. All of that is coming back with a vengeance. That's all I'm saying. Now listen carefully. You know what I'm going to say. Mike Lindell, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. You go and you offer your name. Sign up right now. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. You do it. You do it. And see for yourself everything from the biggest bed sheet sale ever, to the percale sheets, to the overstock sale, to the mattress topper sales, to the mattress sleep system. You know what I've said. You know it's true. Right now, especially as it's getting cooler, as the windows are open, as your bed and your percales, you become ensconced in almost like a womb-like place for you to connect with our most important, probably more important than anything else, is sleep. And mypillow.com enables that. So go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, mypillow.com/Lionel. And in the event you require, which is fine with me, a phone number, and that number would be 800-645-4965. It's 800-645-4965. And watch how fast they answer that phone. mypromo.com, promo code Lionel. Now, I love this more than you can imagine. I don't like being a cheerleader. I'm not here to say, this is the best. Okay, I'll let you talk about that. I love the process. I've got my individual likes, my individual theories, what I'm interested in doing, and then I see how they're implemented. And I see how the strategery is being used, and it never ceases to amaze me. And I don't know what it takes for people to recognize how critical these times are. And it's just, I am telling you, the Republicans, let me strike that, the Democratic Party, whatever iteration, whatever you want to call it, when Trump gets in it, first of all, everything, after all of the media shakeout, then you're going to see people say, why did you shut us down? Because now Trump's here. Trump immediately changes the focus of everything. He is the 800-pound gorilla. Every single thing he does, everything he tweets, what he said, how he reacted, whom he dismissed, all of that. You are going to see an invigorated Democratic Party, the likes of which you can't believe. You're also going to see the rise of AOC, the rise of of the Bernie contingent, and you're going to see a changing of the guard. Goodbye, Nancy Pelosi. Goodbye, Steny Hoyer. Goodbye, that. Here is the new version. And their message is going to be, we're going to do it our way. Because you caved in and you capitulated. You weren't paying attention. The Republicans, I'm sorry to say, are going to figure, well, we won because we're right. We'll just continue business as usual, and that's it. And then, of course, will be their demise. If Trump does plan to run, he has got to make sure his family is nowhere near the White House, including and especially Jared Kushner, Kimberly Guilfoyle, the usual suspects, just over there. He has got to understand how things work. January 6th was an example of what happens when you don't pay attention, when you're not listening, when you're not watching, when you're thinking, well, they're not going to. Oh, no. Will Trump get a Jim Baker, somebody to help him, a smart person, a wise man? Or will he hire somebody who's a kind of a yes man kind of a thing? I don't know. Did he learn anything? I don't know. Has he done? Does he recognize what this is? Is this going to be more of the usual? Is the country going to be willing to handle this again? Remember what everybody went through. Remember the cataclysmic problems that occurred just at the familial, friend, neighbor level. That's coming back, it seems, if the New York Times is correct. That's coming back. Are you ready for that? Here we go. Think ahead. Give me the 10-year plan of the Republican Party. Give me the 10-year plan of the Democrats. We'll tell you exactly. Here's what we're doing. Are the Republicans ruthless? Are they brutal? Democrats are. Don't mess with them. They do not play around. They play for keeps. Who is it? Who's going to do this? What about the internecine battles? Is Ron DeSantis going to be quiet? What motivates the Republicans? I'll tell you what motivates, and you can call them the Democrats, the left, whatever you want to do it. This is going to be a battle. And I'm telling you right now, and you're going to really hate what I'm going to tell you, but if you just want to bet, let's just say you're just from another country, and you just want to bet, always bet on the Democrats. Bet on them. Because let me ask you this. Very simple question. Listen to me very carefully. Answer my question. Assuming there's a blowout Tuesday, and everybody, by all indications, it will be. Will that will the policies be because the Republicans won or the Democrats lost? Are people going out to vote Republican because of what Republicans stand for, because of their worldview, because of their precepts, their platforms, their vision, or are they the counterbalance to the Democrats? Have you heard anybody tell you what Dr. Oz is up to? What's so special about Dr. Oz? Have you? Anybody? I know all about Fetterman. I know he's had medical problems. Okay, but do you know what Dr. Oz is about? Anyone? Anybody here? I haven't. It's always about Fetterman. The only thing you hear, in fact, they have kept Oz. And if you look at the Congress, the great Congress, I don't know, I don't really watch that much, but I would venture to say you don't see a lot of Oz. You see a lot of Fetterman, and look at this, he does that. Think about that. People are going to be voting, doesn't matter what, they're going to be coming out of the woodwork because of, if what the polls indicate, crime, inflation, and that sort of thing. Okay, fine. All right. Okay.
You see that Biden and Clinton are going to Philadelphia today, and then Clinton's going to come here. Bill Clinton.
Oh, Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton's going to Philadelphia and Biden.
Bill Clinton is going to Philly with Biden. Do not... Separate events. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. And I don't care what anybody says. If I told these people what to do, I would say, you're going to go out there and you're going to tell people that this is not about Fetterman. This is not about Oz. This is about the future of the country and the future of a party. And all eyes. Because folks, Trump's coming. Trump is coming, and we're going to need him in there, Fetterman. And whatever you think about him, we need him. You don't want, that's it. And they're going to say, okay, you know what? I'll hold my nose. I'll do it. People do it all the time. I'll do it. Okay. How bad can it be? Okay, fine. Never think about what you want to have done. Think about what they're going to be doing. Bill Clinton, let me tell you something. Bill Clinton is still better, has more of a cachet than Barack Obama does. Absolutely. Don't ever, ever, ever confuse, that's interesting, Biden with whatever it is. I know the way you feel. I think you do. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Do you remember years ago when rap, hip-hop and rap, started to grow in popularity? And the old R&B and the Motown folks and the regular musicians would say, oh, who was it? Greg Allman said, rap short for crap. Remember that? Remember that? And we said, oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. What was the thing that you predicted years ago that your music friends, was it MTV or no, it was something else?
Rap music?
No, it was something else we're talking about where you said this is going to be huge, and they said, oh, no.
That was like Miami Vice,
Oh, yeah.
music, MTV, using music.
Miami Vice, MTV, this was before your time, but Mrs. L they said, you don't understand. This is where it's happening. And there's one thing, by the way, Fetterman should have done, which is so important. I would have had handicapped people, ableist, anti-ableist people on a stage say, you're not going to tell us that we can't participate. If I have to use some type of a device, so what? You wear glasses, you've got a cane, he's got a hearing aid. So what? Stephen Hawking did okay. Stephen Hawking did okay. He had ALS. He was, listen to what we're saying. You're mocking me? You're mocking me? And then they go into what people look like. Oh, they haven't played that one enough. And now you're going after a goiter or a cyst on my neck? Do you not have any? He won on The View? Did you hear that? I know you don't care about The View. I know people don't care about The View. I know people go, oh, it doesn't matter. Listen to what they say. Listen, they're telling you. They're saying, The View is being told specifically, ask him this. Okay, you're asking this. Listen to what they're saying. Can't you see this? This shouldn't be this close. This shouldn't be this close at all. And you know what the Republicans are doing? Oh, Lee Zeldin is going to beat Kathy Hochul in New York. Oh, they've got it. Carrie Lake's going to win. Oh, this one. Don't do that. I don't care what you think personally. I don't care. I don't care what I think. I'm not here arguing policy. I'm arguing politics. It's a big, huge difference. Big. Now listen. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go follow Mrs. L today. Ratlin's Warriors. And also today we have on TNT Live, the TNT Radio.live, Mrs. L's premiere broadcast. She has a very, very special guest on that one. Guess who that one is? One of the most esteemed legal minds probably ever. Legal and media analyst, beloved by many. That's right. You're looking at him right here. You're looking at him. All right. So that's today. That is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's a global, and it'll be, we'll get it. We're spreading the word. And I want you also to tell your friends. I need your subscribers. Since I went on with you now, with that impassioned plea, I lost 3 subscribers, according to this data. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway. And you know what? If I don't mean to keep talking about it, but if it didn't matter, then why did we have these metrics in the first place? All right, my dear friends, preparedwithlionel.com, preparedwithlionel.com, and mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. We love you immensely. We are so happy, so pleased, so proud to be a part of you every single day. Have a glorious and a beautiful day. Go out and walk. Yesterday, Mrs. L and I went to Central Park. Was that beautiful or what? The carousel was there. The Belleville Fountain, whatever that place is called. Oh my God. They were getting prepared for the marathon with big boxes that say no apples. I don't know what that means, but I guess maybe it's something you hand out. But the park was packed. And every language you can imagine, you just had to see this. New York, despite what people say, New York is back. And one more thing. January the 14th, I'm going to be at the Cutting Room in New York City. And I would love to be, and everybody, we meet everybody. We shake every hand. We take every photo. And it's a chance for you to meet others. But it's the first time where you are the star. You. It's immersive. It's Q&A, is give and take. Nobody else does this. Nobody could do this. Okay? Anyway, that's it. Have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.